Jawad Kureishi. I'm the operations manager at Robotics Labs. I have my team here, some of the people that I would like you to meet. Special people selected after hundreds of interviews. So, they look pretty ordinary people, but again, the talent is in the brain. Jawad received his extensive experience of teaching robotics, international exposure, local exposure. Hassan Sharik, mechatronics engineer from the University of Newcastle, UK, a gold medalist, the best part. Another Hassan, they both are not twins, by the way. Okay, so he's a software expert. He looks into the software. He teaches iPad game development too. So this was just a very general introduction about this lab. I don't know how much you know about Robotics Lab so far. Probably a place where you would go and scan some of the models. Is that correct? Yeah. Okay. Did anyone try visiting our website earlier? No? Okay. Just a quick introduction. We emerged as a training center and institute last year. We had our official launch in September last year. However, before that, we were conducting these robotic courses at Royal Rodale, if you are familiar with the club here. The response was so overwhelming that we decided to have a proper facility for kids. Okay? And if I say kids, we were talking about from the age 5 to 17, 18. Okay? But later on, with the passage of time, we realized that some of the courses were also the need of. Ready for the photo? Okay. We also have the camera here, so we can share the photographs. Sure. Courses like 3D, courses like WEX robotics, they're not common in Pakistan. Okay. So even we were trying to prepare a team for the Robo Fight. Have you heard about Robo Fight? Yeah. Have you seen on the AXM the 2-3 robots fighting? Guys and girls controlling the robots with remote controls, right? So we are also making a team for that. So it will be the first international team of Pakistan to participate in an international robotics event. So far, the events are taking place in Islamabad. It's just local, okay? And the branding and recognition is, I think, HEC is involved. Some other institutions are involved, like NUST. They're involved in it. But the bigger picture, the bigger goal is again to awaken the giant inside our youth that we can make a difference, we can create something. Okay. Why was this lab established last year? What was the reason? What was the motive for an investment? Bringing out these kids from the US. There should be a reason. We realized that it was the future. It is the future. On the western side of the US, schools are actually, schools have integrated robotics as part of their curriculum. So it was like all science-based learning, And kids, they were turning kids into entrepreneurs at the age of 18, 19, 20. So, there was a difference in two worlds. So we're just trying to bridge the gap. We just want to make sure that kids, let's talk about me. I came to know about robotics when I was in the UK, and my friend used to tell me about a department called robotics, and I was like, okay, and I wasn't allowed to go into that department, but from the glass window I saw that the guys were working on some robotic kits and stuff. So for me it was fascination. I was like, you guys are lucky that you are doing this robotic stuff. What? Now the dimensions have changed. We are making everyone lucky, even the kids, they get flavor of robotics. These 3D printings, these WEX robotics. So, just a quick overview about what do we teach, what do we have in terms of technology. It's kind of slow. Alright, this is the kit that we use for the very young ones, from the age 4.5 or 5 to 8.5 or 9. Okay? If you have kids or you have siblings who are very young, just refer them to us. Okay? So this is, if you remember, these were the Lego blocks, the building blocks. But the best part is they realize that it's a modern era, and now kids are pretty intelligent. They know how to use Android applications, they know how to use iPhones, they know how to use, you know, the PS3, Xbox 360. So for them, just building blocks wasn't something sufficient. So they installed motors and sensors and tilt sensors into this Lego blocks. So even if you have to make some movement, you have to connect your Lego creature with the computer and operate it through the help of a software. Okay? Now this one is the other kit. This is the one I was talking about. NXT Mindstorms. IBA has some of them in the local market. We have the competition of NXT Mindstorm, but again, it's not that popular. Okay? The one of the event takes place in Islamabad, I think in NAST. This is an amazing kit with 648 parts, a central processing unit, the motors, the ultrasonic sensors, touch sensors, color sensors, and of course heat sensors. So it looks pretty easy, pretty cool, but again, it could be a very good gift. But trust me, making a humanoid robot, this one, it takes 4 or 5 hours. Okay, so it helps you develop your logical skills and everything. Even at your age, I think this would be challenging. Okay? So we have these courses, the intensive workshops and the trimester kind of workshops that we, tell the parents to come in, have a look at the facility, what kind of things we offer. Alright, this is the next engine 3D scanner. The details are here, you can see. This is a 3D scanner, the live version is here. Okay? You put anything, it would scan that thing with the granular lasers. Okay? And this portion, the bottom portion, it rotates actually. So whatever you're scanning, it would actually scan with the lasers, and side by side there will be photographs taken by this unit. So perfection and precision comes with the lasers, and the object doesn't go out of shape on the computer. That is sorted by the photography. Okay, so it has many angles to take photographs. I think the least is 8 frames and the maximum is 32. So whatever object you scan, you can have a true copy in a 3D form on your computer. Okay. Apart from that, if you want to have a printout of whatever you have scanned, yes, then you can have a printout. What we do is we have imported this MakerBot. It's by MakerBot Industry. It's the compact size desktop 3D printer. The disappointing thing is that it's not available in Pakistan right now. However, we believe this is the future. So that's prototyping thing. You scan anything, or you actually download it from the internet, maybe from Thingiverse or from any website, and then print it out. This nozzle, it gets heated at a temperature of 225 or 4 degrees Celsius. The lower platform is like 100 degrees. Awesome. All right.
That one is
100 degrees. And then it melts this plastic, whatever color you actually put here. It will actually melt it to form a shape. Whatever was there on the screen, it is going to form that shape. Okay. So the ratio is about, if you want to have a quick printout, you then have to keep the inner filling hollow. There are options: 5% filling, 10% filling, 20% filling. There's so many things. Probably haven't seen the shapes, but there are 2, 3 things I would like you to see before actually, you get your things from the university and we can start with something. Can you get some of the shapes, and Hassan, can you get the Rex, please?
Okay.
These days, the best part is that we're just trying to have a fight between robots. So we have this Wex robotic kit, and we have the other Wex robotic kit. One is the robot driller, it drills, and the other one is a robot chopper. If you want to chop onions, garlic, different kind of stuff, it's joking. So, alright, what about the moving part? Just an example, this was a hand. We print it out. Okay. Yeah. Still don't believe me. Yeah, I'll show you. There's a photography session. Thank you. Okay, so this is the thing we're talking about. This is the future. You know, you scan anything or download it from the internet. You can have a printout. That's it. Okay.
Bring the devices.
You can print out in a true copy, and it's followed. And this is a road cone. Have you seen this? Yeah? On the roadside, it says, "Zahmat Giri Matufwa." You see that, right? Okay, so this is another thing. If you want to see and pass it out to the people at the back. Okay. And not just these shapes, it can also print shapes those require a lot of precision. Just an example, oh, this is something that requires a lot of precision, you know. These are gears, and they can move. So all plastic, no metal, print by this in different parts, and then the pins were actually fitted in without the use of any tool, all hand fitted. And see the grip and stuff. Try it out, make sure the people see and they can come to know. Maybe some square gears, you know. You have seen the round gears, right? The square ones are pretty cool actually. So the best part is they should actually match. You know what? We have the only limitation we have is about the size of the printing. Okay, probably 5 inches. So we have to make sure we don't go beyond the platform or above the nozzle. Okay? We are working to get the bigger printers with the powder and stuff. You can put anything, even a broom, you can get a broom. True copy. But again, you know, those are expensive printers. But this is like something, the moving gear and stuff. There was one of the my favorite shape that I got printed out with this 3D printer. It was a ball. Once you actually moved the gears of the ball, it used to convert into a flower. Beautiful flower. Once you actually try to put it back, it used to become a ball. But my boss, my director, he actually took that to Malaysia, and those people begged him to leave that model into Malaysia. So it's there in the office in a glass frame, in a glass box, sorry. It was such an amazing thing, you know, and it took us some time to actually make it and then assemble it to the maker bot. Okay? Alright, so we were talking about the fighting robots. These are the ones probably look like a Meccano or something, you know, like kind of Meccano, but this is not Meccano, this is Wex robot. Or Wex Robotics, with all the gears, ultrasonics and stuff, and the other one is there. I call it Robo Driller, and the other one is Robo Chopper. Which one is on the remote control?
Yes, sir. This one.
Can you bring it here on the table and show it at home? Yeah. You sure? But at least you can try.
I'm not controlling it.
Okay, so we actually take them downstairs at time and we actually arrange a fight between these two robots. We check the strength, which one is more powerful. So it's going to maintain a distance now, it's going to act like a dog. You know, if you try to scare this robot is going to act like a dog, you know, it's going to run after you with the blades and fins rolling. When it's on, it's not controlled by the remote, right?
You can come here if you want to take a closer look. You can come here.
So this is one of the projects that we're working on in terms of autonomous programming, controlling of these kind of robots. What are some of you know, the amazing robots that we can make, indigenous robots, and have fights between them. Again, the motive was to make a proper team that could actually participate in international tournaments for Pakistan. Any questions so far? Anything that comes to your mind? Any questions?
This is an institute.
Yes, this is an institute, scientific learning institute.
What does it function like?
It's a multi-million question, trust me. As I said initially that we have invested a lot of money, let me be very specific. This project is owned by a telecom. A telecom, that's the parent company who provides international calling to the local telecoms here in Pakistan. Okay? Sorry? No, it's not PTA. It's like all about the VoIP thing, the big VoIP, okay? So, the directors of this company, they established some of the companies in the Silicon Valley. They have offices in Malaysia, Dubai, in different places of the world. So, they thought actually, why shouldn't we actually have something for the kids in Pakistan? You know, we should actually bridge the gap. That was the reason. Their own kids are younger, but again, this was truly you know, a kind of project that was from their own heart and soul. No one, in these kinds of recession, trust me, no one likes to invest. And on something that is like very new, not in the market, you know, getting things from abroad, importing them, paying the duties and stuff, and then hiring quality people for them, it's a long process. You would like to actually
import it from outside? Yes.
Everything is imported. I'm not imported. Yeah, a lot of people ask me, you're from China? I'm like, yeah, okay, that's China. Zanju. Alright, so, yeah, and yesterday, in the morning, we host field trips. So far, we have hosted field trips for nearly 1,700 students of all the schools in Clifton and DHA. You name the school and we have actually hosted the field trips for them. And you'll be surprised that, you know, initially they were saying that half of the children would not be interested in robotics, that's a very dry subject. Girls would not be interested in robotics, that's a dry subject. Trust me. Majority of the students who came back in an after-school activity, those were girls. And they created such an amazing models, you know. They made electric guitar that was not on the box. Out of that NXT Mindstorm robot. I was like, wow. It's just 1.5 day, you develop your logic about the kit. One day it's just going to be, you know, getting to know each other, the software, the robot, you know, the motors. You're alien to that kit. But after 1.5 day, you see the fun. Kids become so intelligent. They make different shapes, They come up with their own ideas. They would rather ask for an extension pack, can I borrow some more things to actually make it a super devil robot? Okay. Since we are here to make you learn, okay, go ahead, we can help you with that too. So, it was a bigger platform now. 7 schools from Clifton and DHA, they are integrating our robotics course into their curriculum. Starting August, majority of the schools here will be having 1 hour a week of robotics as part of their learning. Some of the schools would be coming here. They have their own philosophies, just like CAS. Other ones, we will go with the kids and the instructor to their place, use their computer lab, and make the kids teach robotics. Just imagine, robotics at this early age, this will clear the concept. Because Pakistan once was, if you just go back and see, I'm talking about 2000, 98, 2000, every third person used to do BCom and BA. And then later on, that 2-year degree was not internationally recognized. Wherever you used to go, they used to tell you have to do a pre-master's first. Okay? I worked at Middlesex University as an international admissions manager and communications manager. I came across so many students from Pakistan with the same cases. Just because of those 2 years, they used to spend £14,000 a year. Just to balance that degree to make sure that they get admission in the masters. £14,000 was still like 1800,000 rupees in Pakistan. Okay? That's a big amount of money. There was no career counseling, there was no career coaching, there was no career guidance. That's a dilemma. If we actually train and groom our manpower, since beginning we have this professional institute where you can, where you're free to choose whatever you want to be. You're not pressurized to become a doctor or a lawyer or an engineer. Pakistan can grow in all directions. Have you seen the dragon wheel now, the cricket team, on the TV that you see? Afridi has it a 6 in this direction and a 4 in that direction. So you make a proper dragon wheel. You cannot be just a player who just know how to actually play straight. We are a country. Okay? But still we have time?
I have a question.
Yes, ma'am.
So when kids start learning these how to make robots, what's the target that you give them? Like, do you ask them to make fighting robots or like to pick up some things from the floor, different things like that? Like, what do you tell them?
That's a good question. For the kids, especially from the age 5 to 9, there's a small mini. Can you get the Hassan? Can you get the video kit? There's a small. It's all very constructive. There's no destructive thing. Okay? From the age 9 to 16, 17, again it's all very constructive. Okay? But these robots, they are not actually the destructive things. They are here to make sure that we compete with the international market. And we should know what exactly is VEX. Because if tomorrow my engineer goes to an international competition and someone asks him, have you worked on VEX? Like, for him VEX would be MOM. Okay? VEX robotics is something awesome. And this is like, you can see this is just one of the shape. You can make whatever you want, make a pulley, make a wheelchair, make anything out of it.
This needs to be smart. You just need to figure out.
You can pick it up.
It's the easiest. It can come out.
Yeah, it can.
We'll need to, because we have that plate on which you have to place the part, and then you have to place the you see the pattern there? all of them can come out. Or only external. लगा के आप अपना कंफ्यूज करें presentation, then we can see what it comes.
You have something that you just bang it with your
I don't know, we can with the rest of
Alright, I hope like all the demonstrations and all the knowledge and information that I've tried to transform into you, I was successful. Was I? Now, before concluding, again, the reason for such a long speech was to create awareness. Okay? I came to know that there were so many things that you never seen before in your life. So,
I
it's
think
not
there's
just for
one
you,
chair over there.
people
So
you
if
know
anyone of
who
you
wants
wants
to
to
do
sit.
these kind of amazing courses, you can recommend them. Okay? There's a lab, you can go, see, check. And trust me, initial field trip or something, if they come in, it's free. We won't charge them anything to make them see the lab and stuff, okay? First, if they liked it, then they would do it, right? So, I hope that information was sufficient for you, and now the models are here, they're going to work on this. Any questions, Taj is here, I'm going to be nearby. If you have anything in the end, I can ask you, anything that strikes in mind, okay? So I hope this is going to be very productive. Alright, thank you very much.
दुख न कर